Hi, everybody. This is David D'Arcangelo, Global Marketing Director, CTFO. I have with me today a special guest, Dr. Stephen Trobiani. Dr. Trobiani is a member of the Scientific Advisory Board at CTFO, but just a little background, Yale-trained, board-certified neurologist. So we know he's, spent 31 years evaluating and managing headaches and back pain. So this is somebody who really makes a difference in people's lives. And you've been in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area for the last 21 years, and your practice emphasizes, and I just love this, injuries to the cervical, thoracic, lumbar regions, and peripheral nerves. So you're moving the needle for people to make a difference in how they live their lives, Dr. Trobiani. Thank you for coming to the program today.
I'm glad to be here.
I just want to as we started out, you had tried the GlutaMyst product that we sent to you. You're running 8 miles again on record time. You're putting on more muscle and you're sleeping better. So what happened?
The best I could do was a 9-minute mile. GlutaMyst came out, and within 3 days of using this, I was back at an 8-minute mile, and shaving a minute off a mile is not easy to do within
That's really big.
Yeah. So it made a difference. I will be 74 my next birthday, which is coming up in a few months.
Wow.
And putting on muscle at 74 is virtually impossible. I'm doing 60 pounds, 3 sets of 60 pounds, 10 reps, without any trouble. I'm probably going to be able to increase that to 70. Now, I haven't done 70 pounds on a free weight, a barbell overhead, since I was 18. So,
so really what we're talking about is a beautiful subject here, and really pertinent in this day and age, is slowing the pace of aging.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I mean, and 10 years ago, 20 years ago, to the speed at which we can do it today with products like GlutaMyst, are absolutely astounding, isn't it?
Absolutely. As I said earlier, we age not at an equal rate every year. Unfortunately, people will notice that over 40, between 40 and 50, there tends to be this big change. Between 50 and 60, there tends to be this big change. Between 60 and 70, the rate of acceleration is faster. And then from 70 to 80, it's like falling off a cliff. Between 80 and 90, it's like, trying to crawl along at the bottom of that cliff. And it becomes increasingly more difficult with every decade. If you can slow that process down, it's a very, very, very good thing. And I can tell you, I felt the difference between 70 and 74. I was really beginning to notice it before you shipped me the samples of GlutaMyst so I could try these. I feel about a decade younger at this point. Wow. And I'm hoping I can keep going in that direction. So glutathione, which is basically what GlutaMyst is delivering, is a antioxidant that is involved in removing free radicals from the mitochondria. Now, the mitochondria is the part of our cells that produces energy. And it produces energy for every single cell in our body. It doesn't matter what organ it is. And when the mitochondria don't get enough glutathione, the mitochondria become sluggish. When the mitochondria become sluggish, they can't get rid of the free radicals, for one thing. They become less effective. And as they become less effective and more sluggish, cellular function becomes more sluggish. When cellular function becomes more sluggish, our organs become more sluggish, and therefore our entire body begins to slow down. The rate of metabolism slows down. disease begins to take hold in every single organ system, and aging is inevitable.
Right.
We have the peak amount of glutathione produced at age 25, and glutathione production in our cells decreases from that point forward. So you can imagine at about age 25, you're at peak physical performance. And we lose that as a consequence of the decrease in glutathione as we age. By age 70, you are producing virtually zero glutathione,
Wow.
which is why between 70 and 80, it's such an incredible decrease. If you look at people between 70 and 80, they visibly look older than they ever have before. And between 80 and 90, it's even more so. If you can replace that glutathione, then you can stop that process, because the mitochondria will produce the energy cells need in order to function. And if even better, you can give the cells what they need to repair themselves, then you're that much farther ahead. Yes, if your cells are healthy, you're healthy.
Right.
If your cells are not healthy, you are not healthy. And it doesn't matter what organ system you're talking about. Our brains are made up of cells. Our hearts are made up of cells. Our livers are made up of cells. Our muscles are made up of cells.
Right.
If those cells are healthy, and if they're replicating the way they should, the whole body functions
Right.
better. With GlutaMyst, the glutathione is nanonized, so it's small enough to be in a spray. This goes directly into your mouth. It's absorbed directly through the oral mucosa, the lining of the mouth, into the bloodstream. And with the ultra-pure lipid that is also nanonized with it, it's able to get through the lipid layers of the cell and into the cell, where it can then get to the mitochondria and do what it needs to do. So once it gets through the oral mucosa, it's getting into the bloodstream, it's going to every cell in the body. And that delivery is direct, it's immediate, and it's very effective. The only
Thank you, Dr. Trobiani. It's a pleasure having you on the program, and the words of wisdom will be wisely received. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you for having me. It's good seeing you again. It's been a long
Yeah.
time.
Yes.